Hey guys, today I want to talk about how Pokemon card distributors work. And the reason is because I've had a lot of ups and downs with the distributors, mostly downs, to be honest. It's pretty tragic, but a lot of people don't understand how it works, especially if you are just trying to get into the industry or you're just curious, you're just a casual buyer. I want to explain from someone who's been through it. I've not been that successful with it, but I can tell you the mistakes that I've made and the experiences. It's quite different from your average experience if you're not in the business side of Pokemon or anything at all. And I know this video might flop, honestly. It's not the most retention optimized video, it's not the most exciting title, but for those who want to know this and need to know this and have no idea, let me tell this to you. So let's clear up the whole thing with like international distributors, like Japanese distributors, Korean distributors. That does not exist to you. If you're looking to start a Pokemon card business for any foreign language cards, you're not getting a distributor unless you have residence in that country. You know someone who lives there, or you have some kind of residence and you can speak the language. You're not getting a distributor, because they're extremely selective with the stores they distribute to. So you're gonna have to operate like as a physical store over there. It's kind of similar to here, but they're not gonna let you have an account. Especially even if you have someone lives there, you might not be able to do it because they need the scale. They need to see that you have a real business and not just some random foreign reseller. But definitely they're not going to sell it to you, but like they're not going to ship it to you. So if you think that they're going to deal with all the customs, ship 5 boxes to your house, no. You need large volume plus in the country, speak the language, to make it really work. There might be some loopholes around that, but just don't even think about it. But now, for the meat and potatoes of our sandwich, English Pokemon card distributors. First, the barriers to entry. Quite high, honestly, because majority of distributors will only accept you if you have a physical store. I would assume this is rapidly changing, especially with the evolving economy, with e-commerce, the technology with AI, and how so much is being shifted online. But in like really bull market runs like this, pretty much no distributor is accepting new accounts, especially if you're not a brick and mortar store. Brick and mortar store, maybe they'll give you an account and jack up the prices, but if you're online, pretty much no chance. During the slow time, some of them will refuse, but a lot of them will. But that's just to get in the door. Barrier to entry, you need a physical store, or you wait till the slow times and have an online store. That doesn't mean eBay. That means like an actual website, and where they can actually make a purchase and see that you have customers. Next, the actual operations. If you have an account with a distributor, it's kind of similar to if you do business in other industries. So if you're a business person that has been in retailing before, you get you get an invoice, you get a certain amount of days to pay the invoice, or you can pay it up front. You can you have the pre-orders, you can allocations, right? All that stuff. Let me explain it, for if you don't know these terms, but it's for anyone that does is already familiar with business. It's kind of similar, just to give context. But if you have no idea, first thing you have to understand with the distributors is that they're not like a retail store. You can't go in there and just pick and choose. First of all, this comes as no shock to anyone. You need to buy in bulk. But what does come to a shock to many people is that pre-orders are extremely important. If you're not pre-ordering, you're dead to them, basically. In the slow times, yeah, they'll take your business and they won't say a word. But in the bull market runs, they also won't say a word to you because they're not going to be offering you any product at all. They're going to leave you, hang you out to dry. You can spend $1 million with them, and if you don't support them with pre-orders, they're not going to support you in the bull market run. So if you get a distributor and you have the cash, buy the products. Buy the decks they want you to buy. Buy the dud booster boxes. they will be worth something in 5 years. And just, if you have to fire sale, you have to fire sale, but take the product. It's a numbers game. Even if you're not making much profit, the goal is to increase the size of your company. That the account that you have with a distributor, you want to increase the size. That leads perfectly into talking about allocations. Allocations is the amount that a distributor is willing to give you when the product is limited. So in a bull market run where the Pokemon company doesn't have enough product to go around for everyone, they will allocate the distributors, okay, based on how big the distributor is, they will give them X amount of product. Now, it's the same way down the distribution chain to you, the retailer. They have like hundreds of accounts, thousands of accounts, right? And if you're the biggest account, you're going to get the biggest allocation. So just how much product they're willing to give you for this release. This doesn't happen in the slow times where, they're basically printing to demand, but it happens like in times like now where you can't even get your hands on a new release. There's nothing in the retail, big box stores, and the competition is steep. They're not accepting new accounts. That is when they allocate product. And if you didn't take those theme decks, you didn't take those those dud booster boxes back then, you're not getting a good allocation, and if anything. So if you want those big bucks when the market is good, you gotta just take it on the chin when the market is bad. It's a huge lesson, probably the number one tip for anyone. That's the biggest mistake I ever made. I basically ruined the whole relationship with a distributor and also busted all my allocations by not knowing that, because no one told me. No one told me that you got to pre-order everything. You gotta buy all the dud products. Now, some would say it's common sense to a lot of people, but I was new into it and didn't know, so don't make the same mistake. Now, the next thing is there is absolutely price discrimination. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically they charge a different amount for different people. And price discrimination could be a little extreme of a way of referring to it, but that's exactly how I see it. The big guys, they get huge, way cheaper price, and yeah, sure, call that economies of scale, but the main problem is when you're a little guy, they basically abuse you. Like, I don't know if this is all distributors, but from my experience, they will just push your limits as much as they can. They try to push you to take the products that you don't want to take. They might even blacklist you. I've heard of people getting blacklisted for not wanting to take products, and giving and only wanting the good products. And also they will gouge you basically on the price, like to a point where it barely seems reasonable, like right under market, right under what you're going to be selling at. They're going to try and charge you, especially in the bull markets. Like if you're getting no allocation, you're getting toasted, because they will save like 10% of their allocation. My distributor literally told me he's not giving me product, plus he's just telling me to my face, yeah, I'm not going to give you product because I save 10-20% of my allocation from Pokemon to mark it up to market price and sell it to the suckers who want to be account holders. So they're like basically like ghost accounts, where they're not really store owners, and they know that, but these distributors will take advantage of them and just sell it to them at market price. Although I'm sure not all distributors do that, but some definitely do. And they also sell it to the smaller stores, at near market price, who are willing to take that hit. And it is what it is. That's just how business is, especially in this industry. It's cutthroat, and there's price discrimination, and you just basically have to take it on the chin. If you are getting stuff basically at market and you sell it at, you might sell it just break even just to make your money back, but it's all part of building your account. That's literally how distributors work. You make them happy, they make you happy. It's kind of overcomplicated the way I put it, with all these nuances, but if I were to all just simplify it down and boil it down to one point, is if you get it, don't take it for granted, and be very, very intentional and careful with your purchases. They are watching. They do care a lot. It's It's like your middle school girlfriend. Their feelings will be hurt very easily if you say no. I don't want to do this. I don't want to take your product. No, your price is too high. No, I don't want to pre-order. So the biggest takeaways from this: distributors operate based on the love you give them is what they give back to you. It's basically pretty much anything. That's all I can tell. That's all there is to know if you have no idea about Pokemon card distributors. If you're looking to get into it, wait till it's slow. Open your online store just so you don't have too much overhead. Apply for the account. Once you get the account, make sure you have capital saved up. You can start ordering product, sell at break even, sell at loss if you need to. If you can hold it, that's great. Take all the theme decks, take all the collection boxes, take all the ancillary products, and just store them, sell and break even, whatever you have to do. Be creative, move the product, and when times get tough, they will treat you well. If you support them in their lowest, they will support you when the market is rough. It's hard to get product. There's absolutely chains, of power when you can have a bad rep, a lot of shady reps. They want you to gift them nice things, take them to dinner. It is what it is. You get unlucky, try to move on to a different distributor if possible in your area or within a general vicinity. But also, just most importantly, there's it's unknown. Don't even question it. Like that guy, who walks in after you is probably getting a better price than you. But that's just the game. The pricing is tiered, and they're pretty transparent about that. The more you buy, the better price you will get. So you have just more power, when you're a bigger spending account, and that's basic economics, basic business. So don't be alarmed. Don't have your feelings hurt. Just know that most important lesson: you have to take the duds. You have to just take it on the chin until it eventually pays you back. That's my biggest tip for you. I made a video a couple months back saying I'm buying everything at market price just to sell it at break even. I made a video a couple months ago. You can check it. It has like no views, but it's a thing. You gotta do what you gotta do, and if you stick it through, you'll be in the good books with the distributors, and that's all you have to know. This is all you have to know about distributors. So if that's you, you trying to start English Pokemon card business, do that. If you want to know more about starting Japanese Pokemon card business, I got tons of videos on that, and also can talk about sourcing product for Japanese, Korean cards as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comments any thoughts you have, and that's it for this video. Subscribe to join the journey.